scheduled uploads. That's what I wanted to talk about and couldn't remember. Welcome back, Pokemon Trainers. Professor Chaz here. The lab coat's on back order, and it's time for episode number 60 of our Pokemon Sapphire playthrough. Still trying to wind things down here in the Hoenn region. In the last episode, we started a lot of exploration under the sea, trying to find some submerged items down there and just deal with some last-minute trainers before doing a grinding montage in Victory Road to take on the Elite Four, which I think should be happening next weekend. So stay tuned for that. But of course, we'll start things off with a team recap, because there's not much more to mention from the last episode. Let's see who we're working with right now. I gotta maneuver some Pokemon. Sadly, Dive Bomb, you've been injured. We can't use you right now, but you'll be back eventually at some point in a future playthrough. So I switch these Pokemon around as thusly. I should probably grab the Brain also. Now we can train him up in the grinding montage. Anyway, I left the Pokemon screen. I'm supposed to do a team recap, aren't I? Pay attention, Professor. Smarty the Noctowl at level 43, our first Pokemon up. Insomnia ability, preventing falling asleep. Docile nature is neutral, so no stats affected by that. Best stat is special defense at 103, and I skipped right over the rest of the stuff. Peck, Dream Eater, Hypnosis, and Reflect is the moveset. Next we have, as you saw, Majestic the Altaria at level 43, Natural Cure, healing status conditions upon switching out of battle, Naughty Nature, boosting attack, dropping special defense, I can't hit the right buttons, King's Rock, causing flinching with some attacks. Her best stat is of course special defense, but everything else is somewhere in the 80s, or pretty close to 90, and she's got Dragon Breath and Fly, both of which can flinch with the King's Rock, Dragon Dance and Safeguard as well, and did I mention the nature? Yes I did. Now, on to Pokémon. Let's see if I can get through this Pokemon without messing up once. Pokémon the Hariyama at level 43. Guts ability, boosting attack with a special condition. Lonely Nature, boosting attack and dropping defense. His attack stat is a whopping 128. Quick Claw is the held item to possibly outspeed with some moves. Fake Out, Rock Smash, Belly Drum, and Vital Throw is the moveset. I almost messed up the word Rock Smash, which isn't one word, it's two. That counts as a mess up. Alright, let's start fresh with Scruff the Manectric at level 43. She is a relaxed Pokemon, boosting defense and dropping speed. Her ability is static, paralyzing foes on contact, perhaps. The best stat, of course, special attack at 112. Speed is pretty good at 108 as well. The Focus Band is the held item because her defenses are pretty bad. So we have, I think, a 10% chance to survive a KO using the Focus Band. The moveset is Shockwave, Bite, Thunder Wave, and Flash. Flawless, didn't mess up once. Let's see if I can keep this going with the last Pokemon that's currently active. Our starter Pokemon, Skippy the Swampert, given to us by Professor Birch back in Little Root Town. Torrent ability, boosting water moves at low HP. Relaxed nature, boosting physical defense, dropping special defense. And he's got a nice powerful 117 attack. 115 for defense is good also. Soft Sand is the held item to power up the Mud Shot, and he also has Surf, Foresight, and Rock Tomb. There we go. So, what I'm doing this episode, as I said, I want to check out some more areas around Satopolis. See if I can find some more underwater items, and wait, should I sell off what I already picked up? Let me see what's in the bag. So I came into a problem last time when my bag was full. Yeah, I should probably put some of the stuff away, or sell it. Back to the Pokemon Center we go. So, when I was talking about scheduled uploads, that was one of the things I wanted to say with the way I've moved the channel forward a little bit more, and getting a little bit more, I guess, you could say professional, doing the YouTubing. Scheduled uploads are something that I haven't had access to before because I was not set up as, I guess it's called I'm going to put the heart scale away too, YouTube partner. And I had seen before, now, when I would upload videos, okay, just to sort of take things back a little bit, I'm getting all sidetracked with what I want to try to say. When I first started uploading videos, what I would do is, I wanted to have a video go up at, say, 3 in the afternoon. I would actually sit around, did I talk to you yet? I would sit around the house, waiting until around 3 o'clock to upload the video. Hi, what's your name? Okay, that's nice. My name is Kiri. My mommy and daddy named me that so I would grow healthy and warm-hearted. That's what they wished. You can have one of these. Alright, Tomato Berry. I don't think we have one of those yet. Kiri will give you this berry, too. I really like it lots. Figgy Berry. I just picked those recently up in Pokemon Moon, actually. I wonder what kind of wish is included in your name. I got no clue. Let me just see what those berries do before I continue my story about whatever I was rambling about. But I have my notes. I shouldn't be able to forget it. I already had a Tomato Berry. So just basically, I wonder if those are decent berries to make Pokeblocks. Because I haven't actually started getting the blocks for the contest yet. I should do that at some point too. I definitely want to do that before we move on to the next generation so I can show you all the ribbons we're taking with us. But anyway, I was talking about what I would do initially is if I want a video to be public at 3 o'clock, I would sit around doing nothing, waiting until 3 o'clock to actually upload the video. It wasn't until sometime later that I realized I could actually upload the video, keep it private, and just manually go in and make it public whenever I want to have people watching it. So I wanted to sort of be consistent with the uploads, and I was trying to aim for, now, Atlantic time is a lot earlier than a lot of you folks might be used to. I shouldn't say a lot earlier, but there is, I guess in the States, in the United States, there is, say, Eastern time, I think is the earliest time that you, the time zone that is down there. But here in Canada, we actually have another time zone that's an hour before that called Atlantic time, and that's the time that I'm on. So I usually try to aim for about 4 o'clock a.m. a.m.? No. 4 o'clock p.m. Atlantic time, which would be 3 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock Central, I believe that is. I'm not sure all the different time zones, but was it Central, Mountain, and then Western or Pacific? I think. Anyway, all that being said, I try to aim for about 4 o'clock for an upload, and on days where I have 2 episodes, I would go for 7 o'clock, so 3 hours after the first one, and I would go ahead and just leave the videos private until the time comes and go in manually make them public. Now, what I found out, hello kiddo, want to battle with me? Is apparently there was a nice option for scheduled upload where I could choose to put a video up and already program it for when I want it to automatically go public. I had seen things, like I was checking online to see how exactly do you do that, right? And it says, oh, if you upload a video, just go into your options and scheduled is an option. And whenever I would check, I didn't have that as an option, so I figured maybe it's a more advanced kind of a channel feature. So fortunately, now that I have partnered up with YouTube, I actually do have access to the scheduled. So there have been times in the past when I want to make a video go public, but I'm kind of busy, I can't get on my phone at the time, and don't flail, come on, it's gonna hurt. I am not losing a Pokemon to a random Goldeen trainer. I'm telling you that right now. Let's go. Pokémon. We'll fake you out. Go ahead, peck me. Peck me. Do it. I'm not even gonna peck me. I'm gonna go for super effective. You almost take away my Noctowl, and you're gonna pull a Fury attack on my fighting type. Alright, goodbye. But anyway, I can actually now go ahead and upload a video, schedule for when I want it to go public, and it makes things a lot more easy for me. Just a lot more relaxed with uploading videos. Oh no! Yes! Almost take my Noctowl away from me. The nerve of you. I love frolicking with Pokemon in the sea like this. I love Hyper Potions. Let's go ahead and grab one of those right now. I still got all those full restorers that I picked up. They're going to come in handy in the Pokemon League, I'll tell you that. So I forget what level I can get the Pokemon up to. I'm going to, as I said before, train to 5 levels above the wild Pokemon in Victory Road. And that'll be the levels that we go into the Elite Four with. And hopefully it's going to be enough. You never really know. But of course, I got to do it at some point. So, anyway, yeah, the scheduled uploads. That's what I was forgetting about. Now, as you're watching this episode, this is Sunday, the 8th of January, 2017, which means this is the day I'm going to be doing the drawing for all the different giveaways in not last week's, but this previous week's news update video thingy. That being the code card for the Pikachu EX Red and Blue collection, the mail-out of the Alola collection for Pokemon TCG, as well as we did hit that like goal that I set in the video, so the other code cards that I tossed in there, including the Mega Beedrill EX Premium Collection code card. All these codes, or all these, not just codes, all these prizes are going to be drawn for today. Now, I saw a dive spot up there. How do I access that? I'm curious. I'm on the hunt now. I'm glad I have a few things to talk about here, because this would be a lot of boring, pointless video of me just sailing around or surfing around in the water. Can I access it from here? I'm going to dive under here, see if I can go up to the upper area. No. No, I cannot. Let me just stay under here for a little bit, see if there's anywhere that this accesses. But something else I can talk about. I don't think there's anything up there. Something else I can talk about. Yesterday, there was another event at Heroes Beacon, my local Pokemon League. And although I don't participate in the actual tournaments, I still like to play casual matches. And this was the first chance I had to unleash Mega Beedrill EX, the deck that I made. I am so proud of and so happy with how the strategy works. I battled a friend of mine there who was using... Now, just to show you my luck, I very rarely use Pokemon EX, right? Hey, are you lost at sea? If you can beat my Pokemon, I can serve as your pilot. You're not a pilot, you're a swimmer. What? Anyway, I rarely use Pokemon EX, but the Mega Beedrill EX has enough of a drawback that I feel like I can use that, you know? The whole, you gotta attach 2 energy per turn. Normally it takes 2 full turns to do it, but with the strategy of the bench Sceptile adding another energy each turn, it kind of gets around that drawback, so I kind of like the idea. Now, of all times, this first time I'm using a Pokemon EX as sort of like a regular Pokemon member in the team, in the deck, I fight someone using Garchomp with Bite Off. If you don't know what that does, Garchomp with Bite Off does 80 damage. But if the defending Pokemon is a Pokemon EX, it does 80 more damage. Alright? Bear in mind that this Garchomp had 2 strong energy attached to it, each one dealing 20 more damage with the Garchomp attacks. All that being said, the Garchomp did 200 damage to my Mega Beedrill EX, one-hit KO. That's just the luck of the TCG, isn't it? No, I'm not upset or anything. It was a really good battle, even despite the fact that I was sort of at a disadvantage. Well, I wouldn't say that. I had the disadvantage of the fact that my opponent could do more damage to my EXs, but his team was all weak to grass, so I had my regular Sceptile doing 140 damage with its Jungle Edge. I lost my bearings in battle, and you're supposed to be my pilot. Many people lose their bearings at sea. If you're that sort, you should refer to the Pokénav's map. This is like Launchpad McQuack all over again. Trusting my faith in this kind of a pilot. I thought that was an item over here. Nope. Just the way the light is filtering down. But we did find access to another section here. This is the dive spot I was trying to reach. Do we find any special items or trainers or anything like that? But I want to say congratulations to my opponent, even though it wasn't an official tournament kind of a battle. It was just a casual match, but it was a fun one, and neither player really made any mistakes, I wouldn't say. It was just a really well-fought battle, both sides, and it was a really well-earned victory by my opponent. So congratulations to my friend at the Pokemon League. Very well done. Mega Beedrill will be back, though. Mark my words. I actually managed to do a trade with another friend of mine there at the League, because the one thing that I was missing in that deck was a couple of Octillery with Abyssal Hand. That's one of my favorite ways for draw support in the TCG. Here I'm talking about TCG, I'm playing a video game. I'm sure you guys watch everything on the channel, though, and if not, sorry for TCGing up all of this commentary. We get a green shard. That's going to be a super special item if it's this far buried. It's really not. I think, though, is this the generation you can trade the shards for evolution stones, or is this just if you get 10 of each shard, you can get a TM that teaches one of the weather conditions? I can't remember. I think there was those 2 options in different generations for these shards. Or no, wasn't there something? In Black 2 and White 2, I think the move tutors, they would actually teach special moves with enough shards. I remember that because I had to use my nephew's copy of, I think he had Black 2? Might have been White 2, but he had a copy of either or. I never actually played Black 2 or White 2, just spoilers for the future of the playthroughs, but I had to use that to teach certain moves, like I taught Stinger my Beedrill. One of my favorite Pokemon is Beedrill. I had to teach him Drill Run, which is a nice ground-type attack, dealing with a lot of his weaknesses. What would that cover? Rock, Fire... That might be it. I'm growing bored of swimming. How about a battle? Let's go! I need to fill this episode up with some more content, of course. How many Pokemon do you have? Grace, you got 3. Meryl comes in for starters, and this could roll out. I'm gonna go for the Hypnosis and land it. See? I plan to do that. But anyways, yeah, Mega Beedrill is fun. I only got 1 Octillery, though. I actually need a second one. So if anyone out there is in my area and has an Octillery they're willing to trade over, just let me know. But anyway, I do have 1 option for Octillery and draw support, and getting, like, basically Octillery lets you draw until you have 5 cards in hand every single turn. Once per turn. So if I have a second one, better chance I can get it out of the deck if there's one in a prize, one of the prize cards, of course. I always say consistency is important for the TCG. If you only have one of a very important card that you need to have, then what happens if you start the game and it's one of your 6 prizes? You gotta fight your way to get that card. And if you don't have town map and your prizes stay face down, you're never gonna know which one in particular. It might be the last prize you wind up taking. So, at least 2 of each card that you really need to make use of is recommended, but of course you can have up to 4 of any one particular named card in a custom deck. So here I'm giving tips on TCG. You guys are here watching this video game battle as we peck away this Wailmer. And down it goes. What's your last Pokemon, Grace? So something else that I need to sort of focus myself on with the YouTube channel is trying to be a lot more consistent in responding to comments. Now, when I first started, of course, there was minimal interaction on the channel, minimal viewership, so responding to comments every day, every other day, something like that, it wasn't too big of a deal. I was able to keep up with it. But of course, as the channel gets bigger, it's going to be a little bit harder for me to find time to sit down and respond to all the comments that I get. I had no idea that you were this strong. Well, you never would until you actually get into battle. So you could have looked at all the badges on the layout. All the effort you put in must have made you this strong. It has, really. So let's switch Smarty out of the active spot, and that's another TCG reference I didn't even mean to make. We'll switch Smarty out of the front spot and let Majestic take the next one. No, you know what? Pokémon was the next capture. You're going there. Majestic, you're moving down behind Scrub. There we go. And I've already lost my train of thought, what I was trying to say. Hang on. Comments. So I want to be really consistent and interactive with you folks out there. I've had a couple of folks, new viewers to the channel, saying how they really appreciate the fact that I'm a YouTuber who does take the time to interact and respond. Because sometimes, like, the bigger YouTubers, like, I've left comments on other channels, and I haven't gotten responses. I'm okay with it, though. It's like, I'm not the kind of person that would put a comment purposely asking for a response. Here I am in the sea, but who's with me? My little brother. Let's battle so I won't have to dwell on that. Let's go. Well, you have to dwell on a loss in a moment, but anyway, double battle, here we go. So, basically when I upload a video, I don't want to just say, record a video, upload it, and be done with it, and leave it at that. If I'm going to have some interaction back and forth, I want to actually, well, how am I trying to say this? Hang on. I'm going to rock smash. Let me focus on what I'm doing here. And I'll... Did I just bite the wrong Pokemon? And there's a cat in here again. I didn't even know you were in here, buddy. But anyways, I don't want to just upload a video and leave it at that. I like the idea that the video is meant to encourage interaction with viewers out there. So, if I wasn't to respond to comments, it's basically just me leaving, you know, doing nothing with the video, like uploading and saying, I'm done with this video, you folks can enjoy it, I'm moving on. No, I want to sort of stay more interactive, which I'll say is a little bit difficult. Did you knock over the Umbreon, buddy? Look at this guy. Anyway, I'm getting some comments on some of the older Pokemon TCG videos that I've uploaded, and people saying how the strategy was this way, or, you know, maybe this play could have been done better, and I'm thinking, I don't even remember what I did in that video. I should probably watch it again so I can refresh myself in what the comments are talking about. Sam, it's your fault we lost. You're in for it later. Wow. That's, very, sibling rivalry-ish of you. If only it wasn't my little brother next to me, but a nice boyfriend. Tough luck. My big sister is really scary when she gets angry. That's why she doesn't have a boyfriend. Do you want out, buddy? No, you're good. Yeah, folks, we have a number of cats here in this house. This is Oliver, or Ollie as we call him, and he doesn't even care. Just gonna knock over all my stuff, aren't you? Yeah. Alright, we'll leave him there for the time being. The other cat that, well, this is another comment I have to respond to, because Lightning Malitton was asking, what's the name of your cat that was in the background of the TCG video this week? And her name is Willow. And maybe someday I'll give you a nice little introduction to all the animals that we have in the house. Look how rare the green shards are! I just found one right here! Obviously they're not rare at all. But there are probably more hidden items. Wouldn't just be that one, would it? It can't be just that one. Do I check every single square? I'll tell you that, I do not right now, because this is too much to check. But I'll check all the empty squares, not the leaf, or the leaf? Not the seaweed, because that encourages wild encounters, and I'm not looking for those right now. If they were worth the experience, then maybe, but you know what? There's nothing else here. I wonder if this is like a section you can only get certain rare Pokemon, maybe. I just heard a Chinchou. But we're going back up. Let's see if there's anything else we can check out. And I don't know if I've actually tackled all the trainers yet. But I might go ahead and say, once we're done this episode, I'll probably do the grinding to get the team ready for the Elite Four. And if I missed any trainers, I can come back later and do that, but if you just float in the sea like this, Pokemon come around to play. But I guess, if these are all just going to be random trainers, there's not that much interesting content. Is this Officer Jenny? No, it's Swimmer Jenny. But, yeah, there's not really that many more battles to take care of that's going to be interesting. What do you want? Did you just... You just knocked over Spritz! Okay, let me go for a Rock Smash, and I'll smash you. Look, he doesn't even care. He's usually a lot more cuddly than that, but whatever. We dodged the Whirlpool. Bring down Wailmer. So, was there anything else that I could talk about for the time being? I don't think so. I think I've used up all my topics of discussion. Although, as I'll mention in Tuesday's episode of Pokemon Moon, while swimming I noticed that some Pokemon attack and some just watch. I guess Pokemon have personalities of their own. I've never seen one just watch. They all attack me. Maybe they hate me. Oh, we're back in Lily Cove City. So let's go back towards Moss Deep, see if there's any other trainers we can deal with along the way there. But as I woke up this morning, on Sunday, it turns out, well, I knew this was going to happen, but last night, now he wants out. Just wait 5 more minutes, buddy. We'll let you out in a second. But last night we had quite an interesting bit of weather. As I've said before, living here in Canada, one of the fun things is we get snow. And we had our first really big snowfall of the season last night. So I had to get up and, well, shovel out the driveway first of all, shovel out some of the backyard. And I also had to do a bunch of recording for the channel. Wait, have I fought you? Hold still. I fought you. All that effort wasted. Is there anything up here? No. So, yeah, I had to wake up. I recorded Tuesday's episode of Pokemon Moon, and I'm recording this episode right now. After this, I'm recording Wednesday's episode of Pokemon Moon for a noontime, or in-game midnight upload. And it's one of those days of recording, plus I gotta take care of the chores and all that stuff. I did take the time, however, to go to my local Pokestop and pick up some items in Pokemon Go, plus capture something along the way, because if you're playing Pokemon Go, you know they have the current 7-streak thing going on, 7-day streak. If you get items, like if you hit a Pokestop 7 days in a row, you get, like, I got like, I think 20-some items today from that Pokestop. And picking up, or capturing Pokemon 7 days straight in a row, you get boosted experience, boosted Stardust for doing that. So, since this was a day where there's a lot of snow, and I don't think I'd be able to get around town that much, I thought, I gotta get to one stop, I gotta catch one Pokemon, and plus the event is still going on for the starter Pokemon as well, the more common starter Pokemon in the area. I caught a Bulbasaur today, for example. And I've seen, for the first time, I saw a wild Blastoise in the wild. A wild Blastoise in the wild. I actually saw a wild Blastoise. Did I catch it? No. I'm going to wait until I can evolve Sheldon, my Wartortle, in-game into Blastoise, just to represent Sheldon from the actual playthroughs here. That's what I like doing, representing the Pokemon from my current games and recreating them in Pokemon Go. And I've also been, like, if you watch the Pokemon Go series, you know, one of my main Pokemon in that was Fenton, the Golduck. Now, I don't have a Golduck in my main team, so when I caught the Psyduck at the time, I had to think, what do I want to call this Pokemon? And I went with Fenton in honor of Fenton Crackshell, character from DuckTales. And if you haven't seen DuckTales, see DuckTales. It's good, it's awesome, it's great. But what I'm planning to do, once I get through the main playthroughs of all of the different generations and recreate my original adventures through all the different regions of Pokemon, I do want to start doing other things like, have I gone down here? I don't recognize this. I want to go, possibly go back to some previous games and start them as randomizer, kind of Nuzlocke type things. Pearl, that's some good cash right there. And the idea there is, of course, it's a randomized kind of a game. If I was to happen to find, for example, a Pidgey, I would want to call that Chirp and say, this is an alternate reality and a what-if story. What if this was my original playthrough, and this Pidgey turns out to be the Chirp that I use in this universe, basically. Now, the fact that it's randomizer means that I'm going to find other species of Pokemon, I'm sure, that I do not normally have in my collection. So if I was to find an item down here... Now, come on, you're not going to leave an empty spot here, right? That's just mean. That's just cruel. You're going to make me waste my time searching all these squares? Really? Really? Okay, then. Nothing down here. But, what am I going to say? So, for example, if I catch a... If I do the Nuzlocke style rules of if I catch the first encounter on each route, if that encounter turns out to be a Psyduck, then I'm going to name it Fenton in honor of my Pokemon Go Psyduck or Golduck. So I like the fact that I'm nicknaming all the Pokemon I'm catching in Pokemon Go, and I'm going to call them in whatever future randomizer game that I do. I'm going to call them based on the name of the Pokemon that I caught in Pokemon Go. So everything's going to be interconnected in some way on the channel. The Hunter's House. Did I even go here yet? I might have. I think he needs the shards. Have you seen any shards of tools made in the ancient times? That's a shard. I'm looking for those. Trade that with me. I'll give you something good. Take the yellow one. He gives you the evolution stones. Alright. Now, I don't plan to evolve anybody with these, but these could be some good cash. Let's go ahead and trade those all in right now. I got 2 green shards, I think. Leaf stone. So what generation is it that the shards are used for? It's Gen 4. I think someone in... Is it Pastoria City? For 10 shards of any color. Yeah, because you go underground to get the shards there. And for 10 shards of any color, they give you a TM teaching one of the different weather conditions. However, with all of that, I'm going to say, I suppose that's all the delaying that I can do. It is time to pop into Victory Road and start the grinding montage to prepare for the Elite Four, which will happen next weekend. Unless, if there's anything else I'm forgetting in the Hoenn region, please let me know in the comments below so I don't miss out on anything. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head, but I might be missing something for all I know. Now then, we're going to do a little bit of a team switch around because we're going to put our injured Gyarados back in the injury box, and we're going to return the Brain, our Hypno, back to the team. And if there is nothing that I'm missing, then I'm going to go ahead and do a grinding montage to prepare for the Elite Four next weekend. And Saturday will kick off that episode. Not sure how long it's going to be, but I could see it being a two-parter over the weekend because of how long these battles can take. But with that, we are done for Sapphire for the day. I want to say thanks for checking out today's episode. If you enjoyed it, leave a like down below and leave a comment based on some stuff I was talking about, or if you have any other topics of discussion you want me to talk about in future videos, either Sapphire or, for example, Pokemon Moon or anything like that, just leave that in a comment below as well, and I'll make a note of it to try to get my own thoughts and feedback on whatever you guys want me to talk about. But with all that, we are done. I want to say once again, thanks for checking out today's episode. Professor Chaz is signing off. I'll catch you next time.